There are sorcerers who are absolutely obsessed with sending spell work your way. And please know that this obsession with disturbing you and your energy is a tactic of distraction and energy siphoning because constant spiritual attack is ultimately about keeping us so focused on the spell work and the people behind the spell work that we forget our own power. We may get so caught up in all the spell work and spirits a sorcerer is sending our way that we forget that we have our own magical capabilities. We have our own spirits. And so, one of the most major desire of a sorcerer who is obsessed with you and with your energy is for you to never see yourself as magical and equally, or if not more, powerful than they are. So let's go ahead and set the record straight right out of the gate. Declare in the comments below, I am the magic, I am the power source. And we are starting automatically with that affirmation so that we can turn our attention more squarely towards the power that we truly hold within. Because if sorcerers want to distract us from our power, that's exactly what we should be looking at and focusing on. So, we've already established that one of the truths that sorcerers don't want you to see and remember is that you have your own magic, you have your own spiritual forces that you can conjure and work with to defeat any warfare. And there are some more spiritual truths that sorcerers don't want you to know and want to keep us distracted from as well. And so, this is what I am going to be sharing today. 3 powerful truths that sorcerers want to keep you distracted from. And the number one truth is this: sorcerers don't want you to know that you are actually not at war with them. You are at war with the dark spirits and the enemies of divine light that are influencing, possessing, and controlling them. People who work with these dark types of energies often like to portray or perpetrate that they are the ones in charge of these spirits, that they are the ones conjuring up these spirits. But truthfully, those spirits are in charge of them. Yeah. We are at war with spirits that want to keep us and our bloodlines in chaos, in low vibrations, and in karmic patterns and loops. So the real war is not necessarily or solely with the witch or sorcerer doing the biddings of these dark spirits. The real war is with primordial spirits and the ancient curses that they hide behind. The ancient curses and loops that they use as access points to interfere with our life. And so this brings me to the second thing that sorcerers don't want you to know, which is that sorcerers really want to keep you distracted from the fact that the war that you are in is actually interdimensional, meaning that this war is playing out on multiple spiritual terrains within multiple realms, across various timelines, across various generations. And so it's happening in the dream realm. It's happening in our auric field. It's happening in our consciousness. It's happening in our blood, in our bones. So if we get too caught up or we're thinking too small about the warfare and how it's playing out, then we miss all of the other ways that our life and our destiny is under attack. And so if we want to get to the root and the origin of any magical warfare against us, we have to venture into the spiritual realms. And lastly, this brings me to one of the most important things that sorcerers want to keep us distracted from, and it is the fact that you are one of the most powerful God vessels walking the earth at this time. Have you really stopped to ask and contemplate why the war against you is so thick? It is not because you are weak. It is not because you are unequipped. It is not because you are powerless, though sorcerers and entities certainly want to make us think that we are powerless and that we are weak. But on the contrary, we are at so much war because if we were to really awaken to our true power, we would be wiping entities and curses off the map with just the sound of our voice and the essence of our breath. We could breathe and clear curses, okay? So when I say that you are a God vessel, humans are naturally designed to be conduits and vessels for spirit, to move through, So when we are in touch with God and divinity, it is God and other divine spirits that is going to flow through us and power us up. We literally embody them. They are in our bodies, they're in our minds, they're in our spirits. So they give us literal life and power. You are the power of archangels. You are the power of the Ordisha. You are the power of the Neteru. You are the power of whatever spiritual, elemental, and guardian forces that is assigned to you and your lineage that you have covenants with spiritually. So, my closing advice is going to be this: get to know the power within you that makes sorcerers so obsessed with stagnating you. There is something that they don't want you to know about yourself. This is what you must discover. Because there is some wildly powerful version of yourself that sorcerers don't want you to see. So, my next advice is going to be always remember that your power is conglomerate, meaning it is not individual. You are so powerful because it is made up of multiple forces, angelic forces, deities, elementals, non human forms, and so much more. So, get to know your power and its layers, right? Because we are more than human. Lastly, remember, as I said, that this war is multidimensional, meaning that we cannot be so focused or caught up in the physical realm that we forget that we must clear curses as well in the dream state. We must clear curses in meditative states. We must clear curses through auric healing and so much more. Ultimately, remember that you were designed for this. And if you need assistance in learning your spiritual superpowers, learning the powers that are in your soul contract, so learning your spirit team, learning how to clear curses, if you need help with any of these things, then this is where I would invite you to book a one-on-one with me, which will be performed live over Zoom. And then I'm also going to highly recommend joining the Patreon because I've posted various lectures on there already as to how to access spirit guides, how to tap into your higher self, how to build altars, understanding the nature of curses, and so on and so forth. So there will be a link for readings and the Patreon in the pinned comments below. And I hope to see you on a one-on-one Zoom call, on the Patreon, or simply on the next YouTube video. Peace and bliss. Ashe.